Okay, a couple more.
That technique is never been.
Okay.
It had its chance to prove itself, and it hasn't done it yet. So this other technique, you're going to chip better in 5 minutes than you've ever chipped.
Okay.
It'll feel a little bit unfamiliar to you,
Right.
and you'll still miss some because of the unfamiliarness. But you're going to start slowly understanding why it's a better way to go. I'm going to kind of go through the essential fundamentals of the setup. One of the most important things before you chip is how you set up to get ready to chip. You want to make sure that you do certain things. I don't want you to grip at the end. I want you to choke down. You may already be doing that, but always choke down on the handle so that you're closer to the other end of the club. Now, you don't have to choke down a whole bunch. I just want you at the very end. So choke down a couple inches. Gripping at the very end is a power fundamental. It allows you to have more power. We don't need power. We want control and consistency. Shorter clubs have more control and consistency than longer clubs. And we're making it shorter.
Right.
Okay. Now, the second thing is I want your feet very close together. I don't want them apart. I want them very close together. And we're going to do what we call slightly open our stance. What that means is you're going to turn your toes. You're not going to be parallel and square to the target line. You're going to be slightly turned. Just a little. That's probably overdoing it a little bit. Now the club, let's say I want my club face aiming at the stick right there. And let's say that I'm square.
Right.
And somebody says, Tom, open your stance slightly. They don't want me to turn the club where now it's aiming over here.
Right.
They want me to turn without changing the face. So only my hips have turned. With the full swing, you might have heard, if not, you will probably hear at some point, so-and-so needs to learn how to clear the left side in the downswing. You may hear that phrase watching golf tips or something. How it's important to clear the left side. Well, we're in a sense with this starting with open the stance, we're actually pre-clearing our left side. So we're getting the left hip out of the way so that we can make this move more easily and more repetitive. So we're just going to slightly turn. Now, not this much. If that was 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, we're probably 10 till noon. Okay. So we're just going to turn a little bit. We're just going to turn our toes slightly into here. So we're going to do that. The next thing that's very important is I want you to feel like you have just a fraction more weight on your left foot than your right foot. On the left side, not the right side. You want to learn how to control the low point of your arc. Your club is going to be going down, 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 down. At some point it goes to the lowest point, and then it goes up, 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 up. We don't want the lowest point back here. We'll hit the ground back here. We don't want to hit the ground back here. We can't chip if we hit the ground back here. We want to hit the ball first, or if we are going to hit the ground, no more than a ½ inch behind the ball. That requires the low point to be more forward on our left side. It's critical that we have a little bit more. Wherever your weight goes, your circle goes. Now my low point's here. Now if I get on my back foot, I'm going to be hitting the ground back here all the time. If I get on my front foot, I can't even reach that point. It's hard to hit back here and not have all my weight over here. Now I'm exaggerating. It's easy to hit here when my weight is on this side. I can't hit that. It's easy to hit here when I'm back here. You said a lot of your shots are you hit behind it too much. It's probably because you have too much weight on your back foot. So the correction is you don't have an athletic problem, you have a geometry problem. We've got to fix the geometry. So your feet are going to close together, you're going to have your feet slightly open, you're going to be choking down. A slight amount. I don't want you to have a huge amount. Just a little subtle. I'm not moving much, just a little bit. And then the other thing that you tended to do is you had a wrist hinge and chop. That was about as far as your follow through was. So you were kind of going, just chopping. And what you'll see the pros do is they will swing to here. They won't stop it there. They'll go through the shot, but they're using their chest. They're swinging their chest. So when they finish the swing, I have a chip today. When they finish their swing, they're like this. And my chest is right here. And I'm right here when I finish. I'm not right here. So you're going to swing your chest and hold this finish. The way I teach people to learn a fundamental is to learn the look of the fundamental. So I want to teach you to swing to a pose. Right there. I want it to look like, I don't care how well I hit the ball, I care how well I posed in this picture. So let me see you get in here. Do some reversals. Choke down slightly. Get closer together. I would put it close. There you go. Really uncomfortable. You may have choked down a little too much if you're a little taller than I am. And I want you to do it, you feel like you have just a 55%, 45%. So you put 5% more weight here than you had at 50-50. And stay there in your backswing. Don't rock to your back foot. But I want you to swing your chest. And you're going to turn your chest and hold this pose for me. Okay? Do that again. Good. So all you're thinking about is swinging your chest. Don't even worry about your knee. Good. So that's all lined up. So go ahead and set up to the ground one more time. You've almost formed a crooked letter Y here. This is the top of the Y, and that's the stem of the Y. Your chest is right between the Y here. This look, I want it to look the same way. You're just going to swing your Y to here now. So when you look down, it looks just like you're looking down now. So swing your Y and hold your finish here. Good. So you want to swing into that finish. Do that one more time. Okay. Now I want you to continue that. That's really good. Continue that. But start having a little graze of the grass. Turn that camera on. It's not on. Okay. Try to hit that, but hold your finish here. We're not going to stop at the stick. We're going to go through the stick. Swing to your post. Okay. Get better. Okay, it doesn't have to be fast. I don't want the club going fast. I want you to be very conscious of how fast your sternum moves. So you're basically, this club is going to move because I moved this. My shoulders are turning. And lo and behold, so's my club. It's moving. We don't want this stationary and do this. We're not doing this. We're keeping this locked down. These are passengers. The engine is here. They just sitting in the car along for the ride. That ball will get hit with the chest. So feel your chest turn. Now you have a little tendency when you get back here to want to go fast with your hands. If the club goes faster, it's because your chest went faster. But if your chest is going slow, let that go slow. Stand up straight for a second. I want you to kind of let your triceps sit a little bit on your chest. So you can have a little bit of a bend in your elbow for this drill. And I want you to just swivel your hips and your shoulders back and forth. That moves the club. There's a ball right here, and you did that. Force of that swing was going to make the ball go somewhere. You don't have to add anything with your hands right here. It's like a putting stroke. shaft lean in this, so we're not vertical with our shaft. Our hands are slightly in front. That also promotes hitting down, stripping that ground. Yeah. Instead of having this vertical, have it slightly forward. Yeah, just slightly. That'll help hit the ground. That looks good. Okay. Okay, good. Now we're gonna hit a few. Swing it, take it back. Swing it to the swing. Hold your finish right there. Hold it. Good. Good.
Okay, a couple more.
Excellent. Good. And so if this was a slightly longer than standard club, and I asked you to choke down on it, it would be about where this club is. So having you choke down with this club may put you actually choking down too much. So I want you to feel like you're not choking down quite as much. That may make it easier to hit the ground. Like that. I feel a little bit better.
Great start. Is this a club that you would use from here on the course?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Hit that real well. That swing feel you're like normal, or did some of the things we've worked on part of
I
that?
think it's the chest part.
You're swinging your body more. That was really good. Very nice, Paul.
Okay, Paul, we're going to compare your chipping technique to a couple of the pros. Here's Tiger on the right, and your setup on the left was with the beginning of the chipping session. This is before I made any adjustments. So we're comparing your old method to the new method. All right, let's look at your setup. One of the things that we can see is that you do have your feet close together. That's good. The one thing that seems first obvious to me is the angle of Tiger's legs is this way, and you're a little straighter here. You can see that Tiger has a lot more weight on his left foot, his front foot, than you do. You're more centered, and he has a lot more weight on his front foot. I had talked about how it's important to get the low point of your golf circle in front of the ball, not behind the ball. And one of the ways that the pros do that is that they really set up a little bit more weight on their front foot. The thing I do like that you're doing is that you have a nice straight line here. You have shaft lean built into the setup, so that's very good. As Tiger takes it back, comes through, there's his club at impact, and he keeps this these angles right here, he will keep that connected and move it through as one unit. I'll do this one. So he moves his chest through, his hands stay right in front of his chest, and his club. So you can see how he is moving his chest, his arms, his elbows. The club is moving because of the body's move. It's a little body swing. It's not just a flip of the hands. He's hitting through the ball. It's like he was tossing a ball underhand with his right hand. That right hand wouldn't suddenly stop right there and flip it with the fingers. If you're tossing a ball, you would let that right hand swing on up and through. Let's look at what you're doing on here. As you come through, you kind of chop the ball and your club stops right here. You're done. And so you don't have that swing through move at all. This is Luke Donald on the right. He's one of the PGA Tour players who has one of the best short games. And you can see his feet are close together. But I want to pay particular attention to how he moves his chest through the ball. You'll see his right hip and right knee kind of turn. It's a little body swing. This here is a close-up of Tiger hitting another shot. And again, you can see how he swings those arms and hands as a unit. You can also see how strongly he is leaning over to that left side. Now we're going to look at your chipping technique after we made some adjustments and you did some drills where you're swinging your chest to the target. You made a big improvement. So instead of stopping here like you did on the other one, you swung through. Much better. Keeping that together. So now with this new technique, you swung your hands through, your chest and club are all lined up. Very good. The only thing I would want to work on a little bit and improve is where you keep your weight. You have a tendency to fall backwards a little bit in your backswing. You're kind of falling into your right leg as you swing. So if I were to draw an arrow up, straight up off your left foot, you have a tendency as you swing down into the ball to kind of fall backwards. And so you are putting more weight on your back foot and you're not keeping your weight on your front foot. So I want you to feel like I want you to get these legs and knees angled a little bit more this way. Get on that left side and stay there. But the way you're swinging your upper body through the ball is good. I just need to get your lower body to be going towards the target and not falling away from the target.